My name is Keshwani. It's Keshwani. Keshwani. We are here because we want to prepare for the GMAT. We have been solving GMAT math problems out of this book here, GMAT Review, the official guide, 13th edition. If you do not own this book already, purchase one immediately. You're going to need it. The problem that we are about to solve is the one that you will find on page number 286. Page 286. Today is our lesson number 162. Problem number 121 is what we are about to do. The very first problem on page 286. Let's take a look at it. It says, it's important that you have the book in front of you, turn to page 286, read the problem to yourself. Don't depend on my counting, don't count on my reading the problem to you. It's always a good idea to read the problem yourself. It says, during a six-day local trade show, the least number of people registered in a given single day was 80. During the 6-day show, the least number of people registered in any single day, on any given day, we are told, was 80. The question simply is, what's the average for the 6-day period more than 90? That's all they're asking for. Let's see what they tell us. In the first statement, they tell us that the average for the most popular days, for the 4 days with the greatest number of people registered, the average was 100. The average for the 4 most popular days was 100. So here we're going to set it up like this. So the least was 80. So let's start here with least. So this is 80, and then let's say A plus B plus C plus D plus E, where 80 is less than A, and A is less than B, and B is less than C, and C is less than D, and D is less than E. In other words, we're going to arrange them in order from the least to the greater, and this is the least. What we are told here that the average for the 4 most popular days are these: B, C, D, and E, and we are told that their average is 100, which means this implies that B plus C plus D plus E must equal 400, because their average has to be 100. 400 divided by 4 is going to give us the 100 that we need. We're going to substitute in here and see what happens. And the question simply is, what's the average of these 6 days more than 90? Which is same as asking, is the sum of these 6 numbers greater than, this is the question mark, greater than 90 times 6? Because if their average is 90, then their sum must be 90 times 6. Let's find out, let's see what we can do here. So we just found out that B plus C plus D plus E is 400. We're going to put it in here. So 80 plus A plus 400. Question is this more than 90 times 6? And 90 times 6 we know is 9 6 of 54, so it's 540. Subtract 480 from both sides. So A, question now is A greater than 540 minus 480? Let's see what that works out to be. Is A greater than 540 minus 480? Well, 540 minus 500 would have been 40, so 540 minus 480 would be 60. So what the question boils down to is this. What the question boils down to is A greater than 60? To which the answer would be, of course it is. Of course A is more than 60, because we are told that the least was 80. Of course, right here. Where did it go? Right here. Of course A is more than 60, because A is greater than 80. 80 was the least. 80 was the least number of people. So A, whatever it is, the very least is 81. It's more than 60. Therefore, the first statement by itself does the job. The first statement by itself is sufficient. Let's put it here. Where should we put it? A, D, B, C, E. Since the first statement by itself turned out to be sufficient, we know now that the answer cannot be B, C, or E. Answer would have to be either A or D. Let's look at second statement. Let's say we're done with this one. Let's see what they tell us in the second statement. In the second statement they tell us, I'm going to change my marker. In the second statement they tell us that for the 3 days with the smallest number of people, for the 3 days for the smallest number of people registered, the average was 85. Alright, so the average of the 3 least popular days was 85. And again, it's the same setup. The least number that we had was 80, and then A, and then B, and then C, and then D, and then E. So we have 80 plus A plus B plus C plus D plus E. And in this scenario, the way we set it up, the way we have set it up from the very beginning, in this scenario, the 3 least popular day would be these 3 days, 80 plus A plus B. And we are told that their average is 85, which implies that 80 plus A plus B is 85 times 3, which means A plus B must equal 85 times 3. 3 5s are 15, carry 1. 3 5s are 15, 5, carry 1, 3 8s are 24, 24 plus 1 is 25. 25 minus 80. Rather, 255 minus 80. We know 255 minus 100 is 155. Therefore, 255 minus 80 must be 165, 175. So what this tells us, what the second statement tells us, is that the sum of these two numbers is 175. We're going to put it in there and see what we arrive at, okay? So the question now is, the question that boils down to is A plus, is is 80 plus A plus B plus C plus D plus E greater than 90 times 6? That was the question, wasn't it? Was their average more than 90? This is the question. And we know A plus B is 75. Let's put it in here. A plus B is 175 rather, not 75. A plus B is 175 plus C plus D plus E. Is this more than 540? 175 plus 100, 175 plus 100 would have been 275. Therefore, 175 plus 80 would be 265, 255. So the question now is C plus D plus E. Is this greater than 540 minus, what did I say? 275, 265, 255. 10 minus 5 is 5. 6 minus 16 minus 13 minus 5 is 8. 185. So that is the question we have to be able to answer. The question here is the sum of C plus D plus E greater than 185? If we can answer that question, we can answer that question. If the sum of C plus D plus E is more than 185, if we can tell that for sure, then the sum of the 6 number must be more than 90. What do we know about? Is it 260? It's not 185, it should be 285. It should be 285 because the leftover was 4. 4 minus 2 is 2. So that's one reason. The second reason is that had it been 185, then my story would have had a boo-boo in it. What can we tell about the sum of these two numbers, C plus D plus E? The only thing that we know for a fact, about C, D, and E is that they are all more than they are all more than 80. C is more than 80, and D is more than 80, and E is more than 80. Therefore, their sum, we know for a fact, is more than 240. That's all we know. We know their sum is more than 240, but is it more than 285? We do not know that. There is no way to figure it out. For all we know, this C, D, and E could very well be, let's see, did I still have it here? Right here. For all we know, the C, D, and E, this is AB. For all we know, this could be 81, 82, 83, 84, and 85. In which case, in which case the sum of 83 plus 84 plus 85 will not be more than 240. Or for all we know, C plus D plus E could be 1083 and 1084 and 1085, in which case of course it's more than 3000. We really don't know. Simply knowing that their sum is more than 240 does not enable us to tell with certainty if their sum is more than 285. Therefore, second statement by itself is no good. The answer is A. The answer is A. That's all. I'll see you tomorrow, okay? Bye now.